On paper at least, the latest 911 GT3 isn't really a direct rival for the 204 mph McLaren 570S track pack at all. It costs an entire Cayman S less than the McLaren for starters, and when it comes to power, and even more so torque, the 4-litre 493 bhp atmospherically propelled GT3 is, relatively speaking, nowhere beside the twin-turbo V8 McLaren. But then nothing is ever predictable when it comes to the rampant evolution of the now 19-year-old 911 GT3. Each time Porsche produces a new version, another segment of our minds becomes slightly frazzled. Never more so than with this 991 V2 model, which as before features rear-wheel steering but also suspension that's more capable than before, says Porsche, and just more sorted, says Evo. Question is then, can it live with, or maybe even beat, the 160 grand McLaren 570S track pack around the national circuit at Rockingham? Well, to begin with, it rained, and then it rained some more, and we struggled for a while to find a proper answer. But look, stick with it, because eventually it did dry out, and eventually we did find an answer. Before that happened though, well, I at least had to give it a go in the GT3 in the wet.
So here you go, absolutely perfect conditions at the Rockingham National Circuit on which to be driving a new GT3. Not. Oh dear. As you can see already, the GT3 is a bit of a drama on any circuit when it's wet, but particularly this one, because there ain't no grip anywhere and you can't use the throttle anywhere. And it's got no traction anywhere, and it's a bit terrifying. It's quite good fun though, in a kind of sadistic kind of way, but you've just got to be so careful with the throttle. But that's the thing about this GT3 4-litre flat six. The throttle response is so bang like that, without being violent, but it's just absolutely instant and immediate and huge.
So then I tried the McLaren in the same torrid conditions, and it was much the same story. Not much grip, not much traction, not much lap time. Although to be fair, the 570S did feel, and actually was, a fair bit quicker than the GT3 in the rain. Mainly because at that moment in time, it was fitted with a set of regular P0s, which are way better than the GT3's Cup 2s in the wet. However, when eventually it began to dry out at Rockingham, McLaren swapped these for some proper courses, meaning that when we finally got the stopwatch out, they were on a similar type of tyre and on a similar type of surface. This is what happened next. So there you go then. Still not quite the perfect conditions in which to compare these two outstanding track day weapons, but still a fair and valid comparison in pretty much identical conditions. Guess what? The GT3 pinched it just. Maybe in perfect bone-dry conditions we could have used a touch more of the McLaren's torque, and the result might have been the other way round. But on this day, in these conditions and on this track, the GT3 was king.